equations. So number one says the graph models the linear relationship between yearly changes for two video streaming services. So first things first, I want to find the break-even point. So the break-even point, or the solution to the system, is where they intersect. So here they intersect. I can see it. They intersect at 5 years, $30. So 530. Okay. Based on the graph, which statement is true? After 6 years, both services will charge 30. Well, no, that's after 5 years, so A doesn't make sense. After 5 years, both services will charge $30. Well, that looks like a good choice based on what we just wrote down. After 6 years, both will charge 40. Well, at 6 years, neither of them charge 40, so no. After 5 years, both charge 40. No, 5 is 30. B is the best option. But let's talk about the graph in case you get a slightly different question. So after 5 years, which one's going to be more expensive? Well, service A will be more expensive after 5 years because the line is higher. So service A is more expensive after 5. So more money after 5 years. But if we look before 5 years, the line for service B is higher. So service B is more expensive before 5 years. So you're just always looking where the line is higher. All right, we'll go this direction. Oops, excuse me. Which ordered pair represents a solution to both equations? Okay, to find the solution, I'm going to set them equal to each other. So I'm going to say negative 2x plus 1 is equal to 1/2 x plus 6. Solving equations, there's nothing to distribute, so I'm going to go straight to moving the smaller variable. The smaller variable in this case is 2x, so I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Well, 1/2 is a decimal, is 0.5, so I'm going to rewrite this as 2.5x plus 6. And then that's equal to 1. Okay, so now to solve for x, I'm going to have to get x by itself. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. 1 minus 6 is -5. So I get 2.5x is equal to -5. To get x by itself, I divide both sides by 2.5. And -5 divided by 2.5 is -2. Well, I have two options where the x value is -2. So to figure out the y value, I know A and C aren't true, I'm going to plug -2 in for x in one of the original equations. So the original equation is y equals -2x plus 1. So I'm going to say y is equal to -2 times -2 plus 1. -2 times -2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So y equals 5. D is the best choice. You could have also done this in the calculator, and I will show you how. So in your calculator, I'm going to clear, oops, this one's battery is low. Let me grab another one. All right, in the calculator, the first thing I'm going to do is clear everything. So second plus 712, oops, second plus 712, I cleared the whole calculator. So now I'm going to type these into y equals. Well, the y equals is already there, so I'm just typing the other stuff. So I'm going to say -2, x is next to the green button alpha, plus 1. And then in y2, I'm going to type 1/2. To type a fraction, you just put it in parentheses. 1/2 x plus 6. Now that I have both of those equations in y1 and y2, I'm going to hit second graph. This will give me the table, and I want to see where both the blue column and the red column are equal. Now, based on my answer choices, I know it's either going to be at 2 or -2. So if I look at 2, these are not equal. One of them is -3, one is 7. So if I scroll up to -2, I see that both of them are 5, so the answer would have been -2, 5. You can always solve this by finding where they're equal in the table. All right, this one, it says graph each equation in the system, then determine the solution. Okay, all of our equations are in the form y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept, or my starting point. So here, my y-intercept is at -1, so I'm going to start my line at -1. So I'm going to put a point at -1. I'm going to do this line in green. Okay. And then my slope is 3. Well, I want my slope to be a fraction in the form of rise over run. So to make the whole number 3 a fraction, I put it over 1. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, rise 3. I go over 1. Here's the next point. I can do that again. I go up 3 over 1. Here's my next point. And then I can make my line. So there's the first line. The second line, my starting point is at -5 because that's my y-intercept. So I'm going to put a point at -5. Okay, I'll do it in blue so you can see it a little bit better. Point at -5. All right, and then my slope, well, there's a number in front of x. It's a hidden number. It's actually -1. So this is -1. Again, I want it to be in the format of rise over run. So I'm going to make that -1 over 1. So I go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And then I should have enough to connect my points and make my line. So my system of equations should have looked something like this. And the solution is where the two lines intersect, which just so happens to be at -1, -4. Okay. And the very last one, Matthew is choosing between 2 internet plans for his smartphone. The gold plan costs $20 per month plus $5 cents per minute. And the platinum plan costs $30 per month for unlimited usage. Okay, when you have two pers, when it's talking about per month and per minute, we're going to use per minute as our slope. And then per month is your y-intercept. So this is y-intercept in this case, when you have two pers. So here I have one plan. The platinum plan is $30 unlimited usage. And then my next plan is the gold plan, which is $20 per month plus 5 cents per minute. So if I start writing my equation for the gold plan, I could say y is equal to 0.05x, because that's my slope. And then we said our monthly charge is our y-intercept plus 20. The platinum plan does not have a slope, so do I have to really write it? No, that slope is 0 because it doesn't say anything per minute. So it's just y equals 30. So now to solve this, I'm going to set them equal to each other. I'm going to say 0.05x plus 20 is equal to 30 because I asked for the same. Anytime I ask for the same, I want you to set them equal to each other. I subtract 20 from both sides. Those go away. I'm left with 0.05x is equal to 10. Divide both sides by 0.05. And 10 divided by 0.05 is 200. So they will be the same after 200 minutes.